Hey, what's up guys? I'm super excited to have you here on this training, and in this video I'm going to go over the entire LeadFlow funnel. This is one of the most valuable video I could make, and before I get into it, you might ask yourself, why should I trust this guy? Well, as you have already seen on the landing page where I request your email, this funnel has generated me and my clients a total of over 2.5 million views, over 20,000 leads, over 500 booked calls, and over 100,000 added revenue. And I will go as far as taking you through 2 case studies on how I've generated these results. Let's take a look at one of my best clients. His name is Caleb Bucks. After we implemented the funnel and we started editing content for him, in just the span of 30 days, we took him from 70K a month to over 170K a month. And in terms of engagement, we took him from 300K profile interactions to over 1 million profile interactions in those same 30 days. And now let's take a look at my own personal brand. Just 3 months after starting it, I took it from absolute zero to 6.5K followers, with one video hitting over 1.5 million views, plus several others who have generated tens of thousands of views as well. But as long as you're not booking calls, those views and followers are useless, right? I absolutely agree, and I want to add that from the point of starting my personal brand, I have brought myself around 10,000 leads, out of whom around 1,000 were hyper qualified, and I signed my first client at 50 followers inbound through organic content. No ads, no outreach, no nothing. But enough with the case studies, since you're probably here to find out about how this funnel actually looks. Well, it is separated in 4 phases. We have the attention gathering phase, the trust building phase, the sorting phase, and the closing phase. I'll even go over cold outreach if you want to implement that as well. And before I go deeper into every one of the phases, I first want you to understand the actual value of this video, because this is information that I've studied for months on end, information that I've paid thousands of dollars for, and at the same time, information that has helped me generate tens of thousands of dollars. And I'm not gatekeeping anything. Do not treat this information like it's free. I do not want this to go over your head. So now I'm going to go over what exactly you'll take home after watching this training. So after you finish this entire video, you will learn all of the modern methods of bringing attention towards a personal brand, and there are 3 main ones, which means you won't ever be thinking of stuff like, am I doing the right thing to bring attention? Or is this the best or most efficient way to grow my business? Or how is my competition getting so many leads and I'm just standing here? You will learn my trust building mechanism based on authentic content, my winning Instagram story system, and hyper valuable lead magnets, so you may never have prospects doubting you or your coaching, and even more so that you may raise your prices, because the more trust you have, the more your clients are willing to pay, the better quality of your clients, and the more they're willing to go all in. That means you make more money, you have better clients, and they're working harder. Therefore, they're getting better results, which will bring you even more trust when you upload the testimonials, which will in turn bring you better clients back to back. So you basically create what I call a trust flywheel. After your entire audience trusts you, I'm going to show you how to separate your best clients from time wasters or people that can't afford your service, something which will be done either by you through a DM script or by an appointment setter. The advantage to this being that you won't be booking calls with random unqualified people to waste both yours and their time. Then in case you're the type of guy who doesn't want to go all in on ads, or maybe you just want an extra way to bring even more qualified leads on your table, this video is going to show you hyper-targeted custom cold outreach as well. And after I take you through this whole funnel, I'm going to show you the final advantages of having your clients gone through it and how to go about booking the calls and closing the deals. If I haven't yet sold you on the power of implementing this funnel, you can just click off right now. This training is only intended for people who sell high-ticket offers or programs. I don't believe you will need a great trust building mechanism if you sell a $20 course. But if you do, just try it and send me the results. So now let's jump right into the top of the funnel, the attention gathering phase. We're going to mainly use 2 tools for driving traffic to our Instagram. Those are going to be organic content and hyper-targeted profile visit ads. You could use growth tools as well, but they're optional. In my case, I don't even use them. They're like the cherry on top. They're not going to be the main source of traffic. So now let's go over the exact types of content you need to be posting. There will be 3 main pieces of content. Authentic content, which is content like day in the life, personal stories, client wins, and so on. Then we have virality-driven content. This is the content that's going to bring the most amount of eyes for your page. We will study the best pieces in your niche, your best pieces of content, and pick the pieces that have the most viral potential. And also for the same type of content, we have another cheat code, which is animations. I have used them, my clients have used them, and they managed to bring over 7,000 followers, millions of views. And let's not forget nurturing content, which is basically content that gives value on top of value in order to create trust with the viewers. This is going to bring us profile visits. And now, with all of this new attention that's basically hit our page, we do not want absolutely everyone to follow. Your profile will be optimized such that out of all of the visitors, it will only convert the audience we need. We don't want to have a broad profile to just get followed by anyone. You need to really make people understand who exactly do you help, so that only those people drop your follow. And after this entire process with organic content, we will ultimately get qualified followers. Now we'll do the exact same mechanism with the hyper-targeted profile visit ads. The ad script will be made in such a way that it only targets a specific type of audience, which are going to be your ideal clients. Now if they just visit your profile or just interact, they're going to be sent a retargeting ad to make sure they follow and that we don't waste any followers along the way. One mention here, if possible, you need to post your content on every platform you can. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. The more platforms you post on, obviously the more views you'll get. But ideally, you want to bring everyone to your Instagram, since that is the platform you will use for the main conversion mechanism. So now we have just learned what type of content to post in order to get profile visits, how to turn those profile visits into qualified followers, and how to leverage ads to bring even more qualified followers. And on top of that, how to leverage all of the other platforms in order to bring everyone to Instagram, because that's where our main conversion mechanism is. So we've gained all of these followers. Before we start DMing everyone through our script, we want these people to trust us. And you might wonder, how do we make them trust us? Well, let's go over the entire trust building system. Our qualified followers will be shown 5 types of content. Those being Instagram stories, authentic content, which I've already went over, nurturing value content, which is basically tips or secrets, lead magnets, and long form content. And our main goals with all of these types of content is 1, to truly help our followers because they need to actually trust us, and 2, to send everyone who sees the content to our CLM. What's the CLM, you might ask? Well, it's an abbreviation for our core lead magnet. It is the longest and most valuable lead magnet you can create that you're certain your ideal clients will need. And don't be afraid to give information away, because remember, you're not selling information, you are selling the implementation of it. And at this very moment, you're actually watching my CLM, and I'm giving everything away because I sell the implementation of this funnel. I do not sell the information. And again, as I've said in the beginning, I'm not gatekeeping anything. So now let's dive a bit deeper into the Instagram story system, because I know entrepreneurs who, without content, with their stories alone and some ads, they were making over $20,000 a month. Building a real authentic connection with your audience is so important. We'll first tackle the weekly story system, which you can actually see right here. I want to give a shout out to Viz Del Monte, who came up with the names for every story correlated to every day of the week. So they're made in such a way that they're easy to remember. It starts off with Motivation Monday. You're going to create a motivational post at the beginning of every week. Then Teaching Tuesday, you're going to give off a piece of value to your audience that's going to help them. Then Wow Wednesday, we're going to post a great client result that is going to shock the viewer. After that, you'll have Throwback Thursday. You share something that you wish you knew when you got started. After that, you'll have Freedom Friday, where you post something like a shot of you in nature or going out somewhere, basically showcasing your lifestyle. Then we have Social Status Saturday, where you post yourself with someone or you do a collaboration with someone who's big in your niche, or just a picture with your friends going out. You mainly want your audience to see that you're making real connections with real people. It doesn't really matter who you're connecting with. And ultimately, Spiritual Sunday is where you share something that's non-business related, something like a life lesson or something you've learned, say, at church. This entire story system is going to build your credibility and authenticity. It's going to show your viewer that you're a real human, and not only that, it's going to show your audience that you're a winner. People stick with winners, people trust winners, and people want to work with winners. No one wants to work with a loser, and when you're not showing your audience that you're winning, you're basically leaving room for doubt. And before I get into how you should use stories to sort your leads, I'm going to first go over the other 4 content pillars. So we've already tackled authentic and nurturing value content. The other 3 is content that's on the longer side. So long form content, lead magnets, and your CLM. We want to use these 3 to give our viewer a shit ton of value, because we want them to trust us. We want them to implement what we give them, and we want them to get results from implementing what we give them, because that's going to make them wonder, wait, if I start working with this guy, he has already helped me drastically. What happens if I pay him? So using this trust building system, we basically tackled all 3 emotional pillars that's going to give us an extremely high lead quality. Those being trust, credibility, and authenticity. You show that you're a real human, you show that you can generate results, and you show that you can generate results for the leads themselves, because they have already gotten tangible value from your content, since you're not gatekeeping anything. So now with our extremely high lead quality, we want to move over to the sorting phase. This phase is composed of 3 ways to sort your qualified leads. And that's going to be selling stories with a DM call to action. So you basically showcase your offer on your story and people are going to DM you inbound. The second way is you're going to compose a DM script and DM every follower, and I mean every follower, especially if you're in the beginning phase, and book discovery calls. On the discovery calls, you basically ask them questions to see if they're qualified or not, and towards the end of the call, you give them some type of free value. If they're a right fit, you're going to book another call. If not, you're going to send them to a free community or send them to your CLM if they haven't seen it already. And you want to nurture them further because the more they trust you, the more likely they are to engage with your content. And that means the more likely your content is to go viral and bring you new leads which are qualified. So it's a win-win both for you and the unqualified follower. And one mention here, you want to jump on as many calls as possible because that's going to improve your communication skills, your sales skills, and the connection that you create with your followers, even if they're qualified or not. So now after your lead has gone through this entire funnel, you know they're qualified, you have your strategy call booked, you basically have a person that's ready to buy. What you'll get is you'll have a high show-up rate, you'll have a high closing rate, and a pretty low amount of objections. It depends on how expensive is your offer. Because now your client knows everything they need to know before they jump on the supposed sales call. So their final mission is to close deals and generate results. And obviously I can help you out with that. And even though I have not gatekept anything, you will still have to do a ton of things in order to implement this funnel, like creating a custom workflow for the pre-call sequence before the sales call, starting creating content that's proven to go viral, scripting your ads, editing your videos and designing your posts, creating a proven DM script, and so on. So if you don't want to deal with any of that and you want this funnel implemented and sustained into your business with minimal effort from your side and by someone who has actually generated huge results with it, just drop me a DM on Instagram with the word funnel and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.